Hey everyone, this is Emily with Crafting with Emily. This is my Diamond Painting 101 series, and for this video we are going to talk about diamond painting trays. If this is not the topic that you are looking for, you can find the link to the playlist in the description box below. You are going to be looking mostly at my desk for this video, so I'm going to go ahead and change your viewpoint and we're going to discuss diamond painting trays. Okay, so let's take a look at the assortment of trays that I have here. Again, if you watched the waxes and putties video, or if you watched my pens video, this is just an assortment of examples. These are the ones that I have on hand to show you just some examples. So let's start with the very basic ones that you get in sort of the cheapest toolkits. These are the trays. Sometimes these are called boats. So get a green or a gray one, and the trays have little lines in them so that when you pour your drills into them and shake them, they will sort of right side themselves, and they will also line up so that you can multi-place them more carefully. You'll notice that there's no spout here. So pouring them back into the container is a little bit more difficult. This shape sort of assumes that you're using a baggie or something else that would cover the whole front end of this as you're pouring them back in, right? So this is sort of the most basic option for your diamond painting tray. Stepping up just a little bit, these also came from kits. All of this whole this whole row came from kits, but these also came from what I would consider a budget-friendly kit, so like a Diamond Dots or something like that. So this is a little bit of an upgrade. It's a little bit wider than our little green boat. The ridges are about the same, but it does have this nice little funnel that really helps as you're pouring things back and forth. So, in my opinion, this is a step up. And then these are both Diamond Art Club. I think these are, ooh, sorry for that noise. That was horrible. These are older editions of Diamond Art Club. So, larger, very large, right? Comparatively speaking. We've got tall sides, so when you shake the tray, our drills don't go flying. We also have a stopper here. This stopper is I don't love a stopper that you have to kind of wedge in here, but that is a personal issue. I mentioned already in this series that I have some joint pain, so taking this stopper in and out over and over again is a real issue for me. If I were going to use this tray regularly, I would just leave the stopper out. We also have the clear glitter version, essentially the same. But again, we have the nice high sides. The ridges here, it's hard to tell, but you'll just have to trust me that these ridges are taller than the ridges in these trays, so that our drills stay in those nice lines much better. Here we have trays from Dreamer Designs. If these look too pink to you, these are both from their overseas collection. I think the ones that they send from their USA collection are purple. So these are nice because they're very large. These are huge. These do come with a little separator. When I first saw this, I was like, but how do you get the color in the back out? Okay. So you would put a color in the front and a color back here. You could use both of them and then pour the first color out. Take this out, and then get the second one out. I have not tried that yet. I have lots and lots of trays, so I have not needed to. You'll notice the shape in the front a little more similar to this one, but it does have a little gate here. So you can open it up and pour those drills back out. Again, really tall sides. This is nice because they're stackable. That's nice. Okay. So you can sort of see, I'm just kind of showing you these again, not to necessarily recommend anything, but just to give you an idea of what some of the options and upgrades are. This is the newest Diamond Art Club tray. You can't really tell, but it's branded Diamond Art Club. It has a lid. This is a sliding lid that comes off. Very large ridges here. I like this stopper because it doesn't wedge itself in there. It just slides in and out. To close it up. And then you can close it back up. If you do it the right way, Emily. There we go. So again, what we're looking for might depend on what kind of a diamond painter you are or what kind of diamond paintings you like. But generally you're looking for something with higher sides so that when you shake, things don't go flying. You might be looking for something with a nice stopper in the front, right? You might be looking for a very large tray. Or maybe if you work on a painting that has a lot of color changes, you might want a lot of small trays, right? So lots of different options. These two are Art Dot trays. I believe Art Dot just released new trays, but these came with my storage system. These are, we've got, again, stackable. The sides are a little bit shorter. But we do have sort of a unique exit point here for our drills. So relatively safe for shaking, right? We don't necessarily need a stopper. The other neat thing about this is that these lock together. Just like that. And stackable. This is the only tray that I purchased intentionally that did not come with something else that I purchased. I do have a few more trays on the way. This is a 3D printed tray that I purchased from Cosmic Crafts by Kay. This has nice sides. We have nice ridges here. We have this really cool little stopper here that pulls out. And it's not difficult to get back in. Remember, that's important for me personally. This tray has something that's called a washi area. So in the past, for a tray like this, what people might do is put a piece of washi tape in the back here, nice and flat, or maybe in the front, wherever, so that drills that didn't end up lined up, so the extras would have a place to land so that they weren't in the way, if that makes sense. So that's what this space is here. So when I pour all my drills in, I can show you here. When I pour my, ooh, that was dangerous. You didn't stack like I hoped. Okay, so when I pour my drills in here, and when I give it a shake, we're gonna start lining up. But when I tilt it back and start tapping, my extras are gonna go back to that washi area. You can kind of see them lining up back there. That's really cool. I really like that. The other reason that I immediately added this to cart is that I use the Art Dot system. As you can see, that has the little jars, and this comes with the little jar holder. I love it so much. So when I am done using these drills, I then take the little stopper out and pour them back into the jar, and then I can put the jar away. If you're interested in a 3D printed tray or purchasing trays like that, there are so many sellers, there's so many options for buying trays. If you're not happy with the trays that have come with your kits as you've purchased them, the only recommendation that I have, the person I purchased, I already said it was Cosmic Crafts by Kay, and I've already ordered more from that shop. They made this exactly to the specifications that I requested, and you can see it works beautifully. The only change that I would make now that I have this in hand is that if I were to order, and I have, like I said, I have ordered from them again. If I were going to order more 3D printed trays, I would request them with silk filament, because I believe you get a smoother lineup. And you can see this lines up beautifully. So it's not really a problem. But I do think for trays, silk filament probably preferred. All right, guys. So again, 10 more minutes to say that it's up to you, but I wanted to show you some of the different features that you might see. High sides, stoppers, the size difference, right? I've got a gigantic one and maybe a more mini one. Lots of different options. You pick what works best for you. Again, another great option where you can purchase from small shops. Lots of really cool 3D printed diamond painting trays out there to be purchased. They're awesome. All right, folks, on to the next topic. Thanks so much for hanging out with me.